Hey guys, this is Scott with the Potter's House, and we have not done a teaching video outside of our Sabbath services in a while. I think that the last one that we did was entitled Manifested or Understanding Curios, the word Curios. Well, today something was on my mind. I had a discussion with someone today on Zachariah 12 and 10. And they feel as though uh, Christianity as a whole has misunderstood what is being said in Zechariah 12 and 10. I'm going to be using the ESV version of the scriptures um, today. But if we go to Zechariah 12 and 10, this is what it says. It says, "And I will pour out on the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of grace and pleas of mercy, so that when they look on me, on him whom they have pierced." I believe the King James is going to word it, "and they shall look on me, whom they have pierced." The ESV says, "when they look on me, on him whom they have pierced." Now, notice here it does not say, "and on him," but there's a comma there in the ESV. So this would be just kind of like the way um, of saying here, "when they look on me, the one that they pierced, they have pierced." But those, and the reason that they want to say that we are misunderstanding this scripture is because those that are on that line of thinking that I have come in contact with want to say that Yeshua was just a man, that he was uh, just like you and me, and he just filled the role of the Messiah, and that he wasn't divine in any way. Uh, I do not, and those that attend the Potter's House do not buy into that doctrine that Yeshua was just a man. We do believe that he was divine, that and we'll look at a couple of other scriptures besides to kind of go with that. But as I was going with is they want to say that there is an issue with the words "on me." They say that it should say "on him." And this would be speaking of, because we got Yahweh speaking here, and so they want to say that he's speaking of them seeing Yeshua. Uh, but here is from the Bible Hub. This is the interlinear from the Bible Hub, and you'll see I've got it circled here. Uh, the words "on me." This is what it says. Notice how it is spelled there in the Hebrew. So Aleph, a Lamed, and a Yod. On me. That's the Hebrew word used there. Um, Someone said that that's just a preposition, and they want to say that it should say "on him." This is the Hebrew for the words "on him." Do you see this? It's an Ein, a Lamed, a Yod, and a Vav is for the Hebrew for "on him." Now let's look again at what the interlinear says. You'll notice it does not match. It's a totally different word. Okay? Totally different word for "on me" and "on him." Some versions are going to say "unto me." Here again, the word for "unto me." And you'll notice it's spelled exactly like the word for "on me." So those agree. To say that it is saying on him, they will look on him, would be incorrect because it's a totally different word. So what they do is they then go to John 19, and let's go there. John 19, John is speaking, and he is referencing Zachariah 12. And he says, and again, another scripture says, they will look on him whom they have pierced. So those that are trying to say that Yeshua was just a man say, see, it says on him. Well, if we look at the Greek for this scripture, and here again, this is from the interlinear from the Bible Hub, you're going to see that the word that they have translated here as on him is better translated. They will look on the one whom they have pierced. So John's saying they'll look on the one whom they have pierced. He's referencing Zechariah 12 and 10 that we just looked at. So let's see who the one they pierced is. Well, Yahweh says, it was me. So then they want to go to Revelation 1 and 7. Let's go there. Revelation 1 and 7 says, behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him. So we would assume that this word him might be the same word that's used in John 19, the one, but it's not. Here again, the word that's used in Revelation 1 and 7 is the word him. I've got it circled there. So we could say, they have something to stand on. Well, here again, if John is referencing Zechariah 12 and 10 in John 19, he's already saying that one is Yahweh. So in Revelation 1 and 7, he's referencing the same scripture there. Then that one, that him, would still be Yahweh. Well, did John understand that Yeshua was Yahweh? Well, let's go to John chapter 1. And it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Verse 14 says, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory. Glory is the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. So the Word was God. The Word became flesh. That Word would be Yeshua. So was John the only one to have this type of understanding? No. Paul wrote to Timothy in 1 Timothy 3 and 16. He says, great indeed, we confess, is the mystery of godliness. He, speaking of God, Yahweh, was manifested in the flesh. How was he manifested in the flesh? He came in the form of Yeshua. So here we can see, even in those that are on this doctrine of making Yeshua just flesh and blood, human and not divine, with Zechariah 12 and 10, they want to say the grammar is wrong. or whatever, but you cannot get past the plain fact that what the word is. On me. On him. Two different words. And it was on me that was used in Zachariah until this Sabbath. Shalom.